Flyway Connections. I'm your host, Chris. I'm here with my co-host, my bud and my pal, Joe.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
All right, so today we actually have a good show. I think so, especially for uh, newlyweds, people who are just getting in a relationship and want to do something together and bond a little bit. I know when you go with buddies like me and Joe have gone hunting, we bonded not in the uh, that way, but we bonded.
Pre
We got to know each other a little bit more. But when you're with your spouse, I'm sure it takes it to a new height, a new level, and kind of brings out those. I guess you would say love languages and stuff. I don't know if you've read that book, Haley, but we have Haley back and her husband Brandon.
Hey,
What's going on, guys? And we're just gonna go ahead and conversate a little bit about the experiences they have, uh, the ups and downs, and then to me, I feel like it really gets y'all because y'all are alone. I'm assuming y'all are alone, and y'all get to know each other to another level. They say you don't really know somebody till after a year, but I'm sure you guys sped that up with the whole hunt and competitiveness. Um, we'll go ahead and start off with Joe. Joe, do you have anything for them?
Yeah, like I said, I first met both you guys over in Stuttgart, Arkansas, and stuff, and I'm pretty sure that wasn't your first hunt together. But what was you guys' first hunt, and was it a duck hunt or in a deer stand or anything like that?
so I guess a really cool thing about me and Haley is we met because of duck hunting.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Um, I guess it was almost 19 years ago. I bought a dog off a guy from Ponchatoula here in Louisiana. I'm from Mississippi, so I bought a dog off of him. Did not know the guy. Like, had no idea who he was. We just kind of crossed paths. I saw his dog work. I was like, I gotta have, he was having an upcoming litter. I was like, man, I gotta have one. So I got a dog from him. Time goes by, I don't know, a year, and he emails me. Like, it was almost like we were pen pals. This was before Instagram and everything really took off. We were just talking through email, and I was like, man, I'm like, why don't you come up to Mississippi and come hunt with me and see your pup in action. So he actually drove up, spent the weekend with me. We hunted flooded timber for the weekend, killed a few birds. Anyway, make a long story short, after that weekend, me and him, we actually become like best friends. He was like the best man at my wedding, actually,
Oh, wow.
and he actually introduced me and Haley to each other. So that's a really cool thing that we don't talk about enough, I guess you could say. But as far as our first hunt together, um, me and Haley went to it was not private, it was a public reserve in Mississippi. It was just basically catfish ponds that the state bought back from like a bankruptcy type deal, and they use it to for nesting grounds, planting rice and corn, stuff like that for birds, and it's like a draw system.
yeah.
Okay.
Me and Haley and two other friends went up, made a hunt one morning, shot a mixed bag. I think we a couple mallards, spoonbills, some gadwall. Yeah, had a good little hunt, but that was actually the first time we hunted together.
Now,
Nice.
yeah, you guys hunted when you guys hunted together. It was just y'all two. I'm sorry, or you guys had another guest. I might have missed it.
It was two more friends that I
Okay.
grew up. There was four of us actually.
And y'all were just introduced. Y'all, there was nothing there.
Well, that was our first hunt together, but we had been introduced because of John Barnes, the guy
Okay.
because
Nice, nice.
about him on Facebook.
So when how okay, so how was it the first hunt with y'all just together?
First one.
It was. I mean, it was a decent hunt. I mean, I remember that morning we were not what you say caught in the blind, we wasn't dark about it, but we were not prepared like we should have been. We ended up laying
Hmm.
on in what we call like cattail grass,
Yeah.
like stuff you would cut down to brush up a layout or a-frame like blind. It was just scattered all across this catfish pond. So what we were doing, we were basically just laying down in it.
Like we were in a layout blind without a layout blind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
blind. Yeah.
I'm just kind of pulling grass over us. A couple dozen decoys. I mean, it was literally a mixed bag. Like you had no idea What was
And those are like my favorite hunts too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I think it's cool when you get the all the mallards or whatever. But I mean, when you have pintails, green wings, blue wings, it's a mix, variety of, especially if you get the mixed variety of drakes. I think it makes for a better hunt.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely. Um, I'm sorry, man. This is bugging me. You're a state fan?
yeah. Yeah.
I just keep looking. I'm like,
So like
go
from
ahead. Uh-huh.
I'm like I've just ever since I can remember I've been a state fan, a huge baseball fan. I'm a huge college baseball fan. I actually
Okay, nice.
there last weekend weekend before last we played Ole Miss for a 3-game series. So I was
Yeah.
up that one, and then I usually try to go to Omaha if we make that trip.
Those are rowdy games, huh? Ole Miss and Mississippi.
It's pretty intense. Not for the faint of heart. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually an A&M fan, so we actually play on the SEC West. So
Yeah, we played y'all this weekend.
yeah, it was good, but I'm more want to see with the football season coming up, so we'll see. We got new quarterbacks came up, so I mean, one thing that also ties Mississippi and Louisiana, Dak Prescott was from Louisiana, went to Mississippi State, so
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't know y'all knew. I don't know if y'all know that. And then he's doing horrible with it. Nah, I'm just kidding. You're all Cowboys fans. I'm just joking. Joe's actually a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For him.
Yeah. I'm a Cowboys fan, yeah.
Fine. But all right, so we jumped into the y'all's hunt, your first hunt together. How about the first experience together when you guys actually got competitive with each other? How was that? Is there any competitiveness, or who's more competitive?
I wouldn't actually say it's I wouldn't say it's competitive at all between us. I mean, if she's
No.
killing birds, I'm happy. If I'm killing birds, she's happy.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, as long as we're doing it together, we're having a good time. I mean, that's the icing on the cake.
Now
That's
he might get a little jealous if I'm somewhere else hunting and he's not with me.
There,
And I
there
have a
can
good
be a little,
morning.
especially if I'm having to work. I mean, it's hard to get on.
Yeah.
Look like, man, they're smashing them this weekend. Here I
There
am.
was a morning and we were up in Stuttgart for the Worlds, and I went with a friend of mine. We went, and he went with his friend somewhere else, totally different. So he sends a text about, I don't know, like 7:20,
Mhm.
and was like, "Hey, how are y'all doing?" And we're like, "We're done." We literally had like, hold on, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We had like a 6-man limit of specs by like 7:15. Done.
No, I didn't pull the trigger that morning.
Yeah.
That type of day.
Were you in Stuttgart as well, just a different area, or were you in a different state hunting?
Yeah. Where did y'all go hunt?
So we were hunting. We were just east of. Stuttgart, a little town called Elmira.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We were hunting. We were hunting dry fields. We were trying to get on some geese, but we just wasn't happening. We were set up wrong that morning.
Yeah.
We're texting her because me and a couple of buddies were like, man, we just wasn't seeing many birds. And I text her, I'm like, hey, y'all doing any good? And she's like, oh, we're going to get breakfast. We're done.
And
So,
we were hunting dry field also, out of panel blinds actually. I was with my people from Tangle Free, and yeah, that was a great morning.
Yeah, man, I absolutely love those tangle blinds.
Mm-hmm.
Those panel blinds. Yeah, this year I use them a lot, and I got two and use them as almost like an A frame.
Yep.
they're so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
universal and they're easy to pack in and out. I mean, just you find something it makes it easier to hunt a setup that you normally wouldn't be able to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we actually went out with him a couple times with them, and I mean I like them a lot, especially the way they fold out, and it's definitely not like when you're out in the woods deer hunting or something, and you put a pop up blind or a climb or something like that, tree climbing. But I enjoyed it. The only thing that kind of sucked is Joe. If you guys don't know, I'm sure Haley knows this, or I don't know if you know this about this, Brett, but he likes to pack everything. Excessive stuff. I'm like, man, I don't want to take on. And we're just grinding out there.
Hauling stuff in, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
at the end of it, I'm like, man, let's go get some po' boys or
Yeah.
some,
goose spread, duck spread. Yeah, it gets heavy.
yeah. But all right, so we got into the whole first hunt, and you guys didn't want to break out the competitive because obviously I don't want to start a fight. You guys are newlyweds, and you guys I've been there. I mean, me and my wife do the whole love. Have you ever heard of love language? Haley?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Mhm.
You know what you are,
I am acts of service.
and you.
Sure.
Daniel?
I think I'm more of a giver.
You're more,
Or
and you
Did you
are.
do the test?
I don't know. Did you ever do the?
Nah, I've never
I don't
done
think.
it.
Nah, me neither, bud. I hope my wife don't hear this
I
now.
have
Yo.
book though. Acts of service for me. That's what does it for me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm like, you mopped the floors for me today, and I'm like, yes, you are the man.
Yeah, my wife's words of affirmation, and I'm quality time. So the whole
I
thing.
so
Hopefully we.
more of a words of affirmation person too.
Okay, so he likes your butt looks cute or something. Not to get weird.
Yeah.
But okay, so nice. So I know we went into that, but as far as let's say smack talk, let's get to the other side of that because that's still a part of the relationship. I mean, me and my wife are very competitive people, but we know at the end of it, it's like, all right, I love you, you love me. So who's the smack talker?
Oh, we both smack
We-
talk
yeah.
a lot,
I
a
mean,
whole
so
lot.
there's my favorite thing, not just with her, but with anybody. You got a group of, especially if it's a single. You got a single bird come in, you're like, hey man, take that shot.
Uh-huh.
They don't miss it. You just don't say nothing. Just give it a few minutes and be like, how did you miss that? And just go on and on with it.
What's
Man, I
wrong with
love doing that. I love that's I don't know, it keeps it fun, but at the same time, kind of works
Yeah.
some nerves a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it's definitely like I felt that before where I was like, it's an easy shot and boom, I miss it. I'm like, people are around me. It's like, no, we're gonna say something. Just gonna wait for it.
Just
Stay
wait.
quiet, and then next thing you know, Joe's like, "What happened, bro?" I was like, "I don't know, man. It's my shotgun. It's crooked. I
Yeah, right.
don't know." Yeah,
So between the two of you, who's definitely the blind comedian? Like who usually cracks up and keeps people laughing? And I know, like with my wife, like, she doesn't really hunt, but I'll bring her out there for comical value. She
Yeah,
gets bored out there and she'll just start cracking jokes.
we're both pretty funny.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
we're both pretty funny, but I don't know. Sometimes she feels like she has a little gangster in her. So like, if it gets quiet, we're not seeing many birds. There's no telling what she's going to start rapping. I mean,
I
hey,
would
hey,
start
break out
singing.
some old school Tupac, or I mean, you never know. So
Oh, she's gonna
like,
sing America's Most Wanted.
for
Oh
for
yes, that's one
comedies,
of my favorites.
for comedy purposes, it's always beneficial to have her with me.
Yeah, that's good. That usually breaks up a slow day too.
Dancing too. I'll
Yeah.
dance.
You start dancing in the blind.
Oh yeah. One day I
Oh.
was dancing on ice. Remember that?
Yeah, she was claiming she was it Nancy Kerrigan?
I was like, look, I'm Nancy Kerrigan. I was acting like I was
Skating.
Ice skating.
You don't do that when you deer hunt, do you?
oh no.
I was about to say that. I'd probably kick you out of my tree stand.
Or because I'm a character and it's hard for me to be quiet and sit still for a long time.
Yeah. So, what do you guys enjoy hunting more? The pit blinds or in the timber? I know Mississippi has a lot of good timber hunting.
So I grew up hunting timber. I mean, I've had some incredible hunts hunting timber, but as far as like my most memorable, it's probably hunting from pit blinds or layouts. Now, if I had to pick, I would rather go hunt a field.
I feel yeah.
It's not something that I grew up doing, and I don't know. Maybe it piques my interest a little bit more at
Yeah.
times. If that makes any sense?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For me, I grew up hunting more, I guess, of what you'd call timber.
Mhm.
So, but I do like hunting dry fields when I get a chance to.
Okay, and then as far as hunting the flyways, have you hunted? And we know Haley. We kind of spoke to her about it. Have you hunted it more than just the Mississippi flyway? Y'all been
I've ever hunted.
okay? You
I've never ventured out. I've always, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Arkansas. That's the only 3 states I've ever.
Did you do it? You never went to Kansas? Well, I don't think you went to Kansas once.
I went up to Kansas and took some pictures for a guy
Oh, that's right.
a couple years ago. But as far as hunting, I didn't
Actually, Okay.
do any hunting.
y'all planning together to go do some different flyways next?
I want to. I want to hunt the Central Flyway.
Okay.
Damn
never
it.
to. And to me, I feel like it's becoming like the Central Flyway is starting to become more of what the Mississippi Flyway always was. I
Yeah,
don't
and
know.
I mean, I'm hearing.
Shifts and things. And since hunting dry fields, Arkansas a lot, I really enjoy it. So I'm like, I want to get a chance to go to, Kansas, Nebraska. That's two places I really want to go try to hunt.
Even
Yeah.
Oklahoma's taken
Yeah,
off.
Oklahoma. Yeah, I was about to say that. So I'm actually in
Oh, yeah.
Texas. I'm in North Texas, and the border is about 45 minutes. And I went out there. I don't know, last year sometime, or probably earlier this year, to check it out. And man, just talking to people up there. There was people that had came down there just to kind of take a look from Arkansas. They drove down from Missouri. They drove down from where the guy drive through. It was either Kentucky or Kansas, and they were looking at Lake Texarkana.
Hmm.
Yes, they got a big old waterfowl refuge there. So
That's
um,
cool.
it's definitely exciting for me now that I moved back. So we'll definitely see. But I'm definitely gonna go back down to Louisiana and do a couple more hunts and stuff. So
Yeah. So you're in a good spot. You can go north or south and it not be like
yeah.
terribly tough for you.
Yeah.
So between and we know kind of Haley, so it's gonna kind of venture to you. So do you prefer puddle ducks or diver ducks?
More so, I guess you could say puddle
Puddle ducks.
ducks.
Puddle ducks, and is both y'all basically the same?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly just what we end up shooting more.
Yeah.
What do you like? What do y'all like cooking together? Would you
Oh,
prefer?
cooking?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wood ducks and teal for sure.
Okay.
Definitely.
Who's the better cook?
Me.
Yeah.
Cook.
I'm not. There's no argument there. There's no. But I mean, you can't go wrong at the same time. There's
Yeah.
good speckle belly breast.
Oh, that's the
Oh
best.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don't see a little Traeger or something.
Well,
Oh,
the
yeah.
way and she'll sous vide it.
Mm-hmm.
Here in the skillet, and then we'll get some shrimp or something to go with it. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, spec breast or just the spec goose itself. The whole thing is the best.
yeah.
We had Jason Thornton on the show a month or so ago, and he was talking about sous vide speckled belly breast and duck's whole. I think sous vide the wood duck as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah.
I done got where I sous vide anything.
So,
go ahead, Joe.
yeah, both of you guys being big into tangle free and stuff, and with the gear, um, hunting as a couple, do you guys share blind bags, or do you guys bring it separate to cut down on equipment?
Absolutely not. We both have our own.
Yeah. I couldn't. I don't think I could do the whole sharing. Nothing
No.
against it. It's just that
No
when
way.
I need something, like if she's 10, 15 feet from me, the whole
Yeah.
back and forth would get annoying.
Yeah.
If I need, I'm looking for that honey bun that I've been hiding for the last. I don't have to worry about did she find it before I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I want my own snacks.
So what blind bags do you guys use?
So I actually still have the Sitka sling choke. I think that's the one that I've been using for the past probably about 3 seasons now.
That's actually
3 or
the
4.
same thing I've been using.
Yeah,
Just,
but now.
I think is it the sling choke or the half choke?
Oh, maybe it's the half.
I can't remember.
I can't remember. Yeah.
I like it.
It's a
just
smaller one, but
It's a smaller bag. It's not too big, but at the same time, it's easy for me to throw over my shoulder.
Mhm.
One, I don't like the whole square bag.
Yeah.
I don't like the bulkiness. I like to be able, to me, if I can throw it over my shoulder and it cuts down on, because a lot of times, say we're hunting public or it's walking or hunting a field, that bag's not the only thing I have on my shoulders.
Yeah.
I have a bag full of socks or decoys, whatever. I'm toting that in as well. Plus, you still have whether it's layouts or whatever you're trying to put over your shoulder, because the the less trips I can make from the field to the truck, the better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to make 4 trips back and forth hauling stuff in. If I can cut it down to 1 or 2 trips, that's perfect.
Yeah.
We
How
make.
about I love anything that's book sack styled. It's just
Okay.
easier. I'm like, I just want to throw it on my back.
Yeah.
Who's the cleanest, or whose bag is the cleanest?
Probably his
Mine,
for
no
sure.
doubt.
I'm messy.
Yeah,
You got honey buns coming out and snacks.
I'm really unorganized. I try though. I have my moments.
Yeah, I think once you get into the later of the season, it's kind of like, I'm just gonna throw this in here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, late in the season,
Yeah.
that bag's a mess.
Yeah, because I know in the beginning of the season when I first started with Joe, it's like I made it all nice and pretty and labeled stuff, and then next thing I know, it's like, man, I don't even know where things are at. So, but um, and we got Haley's. We kind of spoke to, but we'll bring it up again. As far as shooting, what kind of shotguns y'all shoot, and as far as shells, what is y'all's preference?
I shoot a Beretta. As far as like the shells go, look, I know there's so many brands out there, but at the same time, if I can find a cheap box of 3-inch number fours, that's what I'm going to shoot 90% of the time. Now, if I know, hey, this weekend I've got a phone call, hey, this farmer hunting's got a bunch of geese on it, I'm going to go buy a couple boxes of BBs. But other than that, a cheap box of 3-inch number fours kills them all day long.
Okay, nice.
Using the Beretta A400.
What's that?
What Beretta are you using?
Yeah, I think it's the A400.
Brand 400. Good looking guns.
Yeah.
Val and Honor, I think, getting ready to auction one off here in a couple months.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's all black though. It's a good looking gun.
Cool.
And
Yeah.
Haley, you're still shooting you said Benelli, right? Or?
Yeah. I'm shooting a Super Black Eagle 3.
Nice. With Bosch
Alright.
shells?
I'm sorry?
With Bosch
Yeah.
shells?
I've been shooting the Bosch shells now for about 3 seasons. I do like them a lot.
Yeah, I like them.
I like the number 3s for just kind of all around everything.
So who makes more Crips?
Not me.
I think we both have our fair share. The good thing about that is usually 99% of the time we have a dog with us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
From a conservation standpoint, I think that's important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just because you don't lose. If a good dog is going to 90% of the time is going to pick up that bird that the average person wouldn't be able to find on foot.
Yeah. Especially when you're behind those marsh grass, they get tucked in the grass and all that.
Oh, absolutely. Or shooting geese, you shoot one and it sails for a quarter of a mile. It's nothing. Somebody that can handle a dog and the dog's trained well. The dog's going to get that every time.
Yeah.
And did you train your own dogs?
I have before, but I haven't trained a dog
Mhm.
I haven't trained one in 5 or 6 years.
Speaking of dogs, she was just up here.
She wants to get in the conversation.
Yeah.
I just got a
Like-
lap, so
Us.
I'm trying to train mine, but I mean he's doing good. I mean,
Good.
he's still only 14, 15 weeks now, so
Oh yeah.
try to get him there. But hopefully he doesn't annoy Joe whenever we hunt again.
Oh, he's not going to be the one annoying me. So I know both you guys, pro staff for Tangle Free and work the booth. What do you guys like about that? Like, have you guys just worked the booth in Stuttgart, or have you guys gone to different waterfowl events and worked booths?
Oh, we've done several. I've worked the booth for them in Stuttgart. I've worked for it at the Duck Festival in Gaydon here.
We did the
Sportsman show and the Super Duck. Yeah.
I'm really upset that Gaydon's not happening this year.
No, I don't know if they're having anything.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I'd say I don't think Simmons is doing nothing. Lafayette's not doing anything. That's kind of.
It sucks.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah,
Oh.
definitely.
End of the year they'll have something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Everything goes back to normal with all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys doing Stuttgart again this year?
If they have it, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard if they're going to have it or not.
Oh, it's happening.
It is?
Oh, it is
Okay.
It is happening.
Yeah, we'll probably. I'm sure we'll be around.
Probably try to go. Yeah.
A couple days that week.
Yeah. I'll just go watch. I'll watching the prizes at the end, seeing everything they get.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
They rack up.
Yeah.
And do y'all call?
Yeah, a little bit.
Both y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't do that. The whole competition thing. I'd say
Oh, yeah.
cup of tea, but no, I mean as far as calling for hunting, of course.
So walk us through a little bit how the hunt goes just between y'all two. When y'all go out there, y'all set up. is there like particular things that somebody does, like she does decoys or you do decoy setup and then you set up a blind, or y'all just kind of go out there and just like, give me this, give me that, let's get it going.
Kind of just depends. Usually I'll help get everything in the blind. If everybody wants to set their stuff down, I'll help to try to kind of get it all put in place, set up for everybody while maybe they're working on decoys, get them straight. If the decoys had already been out the night before, sometimes they've been there already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it really just depends if we're hunting water. And my thing is, especially if it's able, if you're able to walk around, everybody's putting out decoys. Now, I may want them a certain way, but biggest thing is get them on the water, and then I can go back and move them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing hunting a field, putting stuff out, picking stuff up. I
Yeah.
mean, we all
So-
hunt, we all participate.
Yeah.
Which is it's great. And I learned too that waterfowl hunting is a team effort. So
It
Oh,
is.
for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
really-
It's definitely a team sport.
yeah, but so just for the listeners, how important, or how do you, and I don't know if y'all spoke about this amongst each other, but how important is it, or how much do y'all feel this helps y'all getting ready into your, putting your relationship, uh, and um, becoming one, I guess, under God, you know what I mean? So how important are these hunts, and how does it make y'all? Does it feel? Do you guys feel like it brings y'all a lot closer? Is it
I would
something?
say the biggest thing, and this would go to really any relationship, is waterfowl hunting from the start of mine and her relationship was it was an interest that we both had. It was something that I enjoyed doing and she enjoyed doing. And I think it's something we enjoy doing together. We enjoy not just hunting together, but the anticipation is always the best part.
Yeah.
Days leading up to it,
Oh, yeah.
the preparation for it, hey, if you started thinking about doing this, if we need to start working on this, getting this ready. It's kind of a team aspect, or a team thing that we do together, from not just the actual hunt itself, but the preparation to everything involved. I mean, it's like you said, waterfowl hunting is pretty much a team sport. Well, that's one thing we've always worked well at together.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just something we both have strong feelings about. We're very, strong interest in. Like a couple weeks ago, she took her little one over and they went and banded ducks.
Yeah, it was such a neat experience seeing
Yeah.
that on Instagram.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think it's also important that I don't be one of those guys that where she comes home and she says, "Hey, I'm going with Chelsea to Gaydon or whatever. We're going to go shoot geese this weekend." Well, don't be that. As much as I love hunting with her, I still want her to enjoy with other people, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, and which I agree, and that's something I've me and my wife kind of grown through, because obviously the work that veterans, first responders do, or even work that y'all do, there's times when you guys are apart in long periods of time, and getting together, whether it be waterfowl hunting, going on a hike outdoors. To me, I feel anything outdoors, for me anyways, I've always enjoyed. Me and my wife used to love, when I was based in California, we used to hike Big Bear. We go up in the mountains, we used to hike that. Fishing,
Yeah.
I mean, she loves fishing, so we'll go out fishing together. Trying to get her into waterfowl. She ain't really done much with that. Take my kids out. Try to get her into deer hunting, but she definitely loves fishing. She loves doing uh, uh, fry fish, making
Ooh.
fry fish and stuff like that. So I know Joe's is kind of the same way. I mean, I don't know. Your wife will go out with you.
Yeah, I should go out every now and then,
Yeah.
once a year, once or twice a year. But for me, kind of me and my boys, that's more of our
But I,
intimate bonding experience.
yeah, and I guess where I'm trying to get at that is it's just the connection that get out there, enjoy
Yeah.
the life with your
Yeah.
significant other. Um, it's only going to help and build that strength within that relationship, and that's something that we're trying to do here with this episode is whether it be the outdoors or whether it be bowling or whatever. To me, I would recommend outdoors, anything outdoors where you're alone and you're just out there with nature. whatever it may be.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. But go ahead, Joe.
Yeah. Do you guys have any like lifetime planned waterfowl hunts? Like you're talking about going to Kansas or make Argentina or to Canada. You guys ever talk about maybe doing like that once a lifetime hunt?
Go to Argentina for our honeymoon.
I was just about to say that. I was like, man, honeymoon, Argentina hunt.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't go wrong with that.
Really nice. So I mean, you go hunt and then you just chill out at the resort the rest of the day and get pampered, And I'm like, hey, let's do this.
I've never been to Canada.
Me neither.
So that's definitely, I've got a bunch of friends. I've got some friends that got up there, know some people that got up there, and I keep saying I'm going to go next year. I'm going to go next year, and I keep putting it off.
I always say that.
I know now, like they're not allowing,
because
people from the States to travel up there, so that's kind of cut out for the next couple of years, it seems like. But if it ever opens back up, that's something I seriously want to do. Just because, man, start on them before they start heading south.
Yeah.
One day when we retire is that we just start up there in like say September and just take the whole 6 months and just work our way down.
Yeah.
Chase the migration.
Yes, just chase the migration the whole way down. That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, I've read like some articles and stories about guys doing that. They'll go rent RVs.
Yes.
And they'll go from Texas, go all the way up, chase them all the way down, and then they'll even chase them on back with the snow geese and everything.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah. That would be.
I gotta try that now.
It would be exhausting and exhilarating at the same time.
Absolutely.
I mean, at the end of it, the season ends and you're just gonna be at home laying out for the next 3 months.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it would definitely take some time to recoup from that.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with me anyways, there's definitely gonna be some drinking involved. So
yeah.
Not while I'm hunting GW if you're listening, but now I'm but as far as memorable moments during y'all's hunt, what is maybe one memorable moment that kind of put that, man, I'm excited to marry this woman or something like that? What is a memorable moment like that? Yeah, during a hunt.
I don't know, like,
or even outdoors.
Really memorable hunts together. I would say that probably the best hunt we ever had together was we were in Arkansas with some friends. Little town called McCrory.
Mm-hmm. Like when?
Yeah.
Outside of
It's about an hour, a little over an hour, hour and a half, kind of northeast of Stuttgart. Got a friend that had a place up there. We were hunting with him. We went up. I think it was 2 or 3 weeks before Christmas.
Was it, or was it the opener, the second split?
It was a couple weeks before Christmas. It was cold when we got there. Like had a big storm come through, and he told, the night before he told me, he's like, hey, we're wasting our time going out bright and early. He said, let's wait till about 8 or 9 o'clock. I said, that's cool. So 8 or 9 the next morning, we still had to take the tractor and drive it through the field to break the ice. I mean, because the ice was solid. So he's driving the tractor around. We're putting out decoys. Man, it was stupid. Not just ducks, but geese. Like, we were just where they wanted to be for 3 days.
Stormed birds.
It was insane. I mean, it got to the point, like, we were just, there was several times I just didn't even, I would unload my gun, I would shoot 3 times, I would just sit there and chill for 15, 20 minutes. I was like, I need a break.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It was one of those type mornings. I mean, we just absolutely mashed on them. It was probably the most memorable hunt of my life, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got to sleep in. That was even better.
Yeah, that's even better, yeah.
Got to sleep in, so.
Was it a flooded rice field or a dry rice field?
It was a flooded rice.
Yeah.
Flooded rice field?
Actually, he uses it for crawfish pond.
Crawfish, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, I can only imagine, like, I don't know if Haley told you, but I'm new to waterfowl hunting, so last season, and not gonna go. She can kind of explain the whole thing, but I mean, I loved it, and hearing y'all talk about just slaying birds out there, and makes me a little jealous. So
once you have an experience like that, it's really gonna drive.
it was one of the mornings. I guess it's been about 4 or 5 years ago. It was Christmas Eve morning, and I had a friend of mine called and was like, "Hey, let's drive up this little piece of property, and it's public property in Mississippi, but it's flooded. It's basically it's a bunch of ridges that they keep flooded year round, and it's just a big reservoir. Ducks come rest on it, but half of the property you're allowed to hunt. Well, it was like 75, 80 degrees. It was not waterfowl, hunting temperature.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was like we should be wearing shorts fishing. But I was like, man, he called me up. And I was like, sure, I'll go. I had not hunted with him at all that year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just Haley was like, no, I'm not going to make that trip. Just go on. So we get up there, no expectations. I was like, I'm just going to hang out with my buddy. We kill something. That's just icing on the cake. For 30 minutes, from shooting light for the first 30 minutes, there was no wind. It was so foggy you couldn't see like 30, 40 feet in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
But every mallard within 30 miles was trying to land in that hole we were standing in.
Okay.
Just stupid, insane. Like mosquitoes were flying all, they were everywhere. It was miserable. It was I think I hunted in a t-shirt half the morning. It was that type of morning, but the birds that were in the area were all trying to land right there, and you couldn't hear them. You couldn't see them. They were just dropping in out of the fog, and like when you did see them, it was shoot them because they were in your face. It was that was a pretty cool hunt.
Nice.
Yeah, sometimes I like hunting those. Everyone likes hunting the bluebird days, but sometimes those heavy winds or heavy rains. I'm a real big fan of hunting in the fog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always liked hunting. If you can't see them, they can't see you. I mean, by the time you see each other, it's too late.
And watching them drop in, the fog when the fog's lit, and then just watching them drop in, it's really cool.
Yeah, especially anything in timber. Like I said, I didn't grow up hunting that timber. I grew up flooding, hunting those flooded rice fields, and when you're watching those ducks moving in and out of the timber, and you think, man, how athletic that bird has to be to, crash and not kill itself coming in.
Yeah,
it's kind of neat.
Trees,
yeah.
So as far as the relationship and everything, we kind of got down to the experience that y'all have. Great insights for newly people coming into a relationship, whether you like the outdoors, which I highly recommend to go out in the outdoors, or you don't. I think for me, anyways, the reason I like the outdoors more is you don't have those side conversations in your ear. It's just y'all two. So, and I think that only builds a better bond between y'all. And hopefully people got a lot of information from this. I really enjoy. I planned this year. I don't know if I told Joe, but I talked to my wife, talked her into going to what's honey break.
Oh dang!
So yeah, so
don't screw that up.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you'll enjoy the tour.
I think the biggest thing is it doesn't matter if it's hunting or fishing or hiking or whatever. Find something that you both can do. Leave the cell phone in the truck.
Yeah, absolutely.
And go out and just experience it together.
And enjoy it. And
enjoy
that's where I think yeah, and I don't want to sound like society's kind of lost that. Just go out there, just y'all two enjoy it. Forget the social media, forget the sidebar, forget all of that. Forget life for a little bit and enjoy life together for whether it be 2-3 hours. So
amen to that.
Yeah, so Joe, do you got anything?
No, I mean, good episode. Glad talking to you guys. Hopefully, see you guys in Stuttgart this year. That's my number one goal this year is make it back up to Stuttgart.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I definitely enjoyed this show. Just because and I'm gonna go a little personal, just from somebody who's gone through issues, and Joe can kind of speak on this because it's being deployed in 9-15 months and coming back, it's kind of so. I definitely enjoyed this, and I hope everybody got some good feedback from this. I really enjoyed you guys on the show, and we definitely need to get both y'all back on. I want to thank Valor and Honor Outdoors for what they do. All the service members, first responders, all the everybody who's getting out there that are in a relationship, new relationship. Uh, Try to build that bond and get it, you know, get that connection together. Find a way, but like always, y'all have a good one and let Valor not.